Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Welcome back to the show. I want to take a second to welcome a new David Pakman Show member to the show. And I want to tell you also that the David Pakman Show membership program is brought to you in part by liberalbias.com. You might not realize this, Lewis, but there is some evidence that penguins are liberals and are actually part of a conspiracy to make people scared of global warming.
I've heard of this, yeah.
Yeah, you can find out more about that at liberalbias.com. Jill Rubio is a new David Pakman Show member, and Jill is really a remarkable person. And at the top of the list of incredible things she's accomplished in her life, it is subscribing to the David Pakman Show, something Lewis has, it's so difficult for Lewis that he actually has not done it yet.
Are you kidding? I have like 500,000 memberships.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Do you give them away, or what do you even do with them?
I just leave them around like the streets, and I just I mail some of them out, and
you have a paper version?
I have a backpack full of them with me all the time, just in case. You know, you never know when you might need a David Pakman Show membership.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
Oh boy.
Got a full supply in case doomsday happens. I got a cellar full of them.
So you're like a prepper, basically, but instead of having non-perishable food, you have David Pakman Show memberships.
What's more important than that?
Remember when John Kerry was criticized as being elitist and a rich snob for going windsurfing? I have the picture up on my screen of what that looked like. You remember that, Lewis, don't you?
Right.
Now, I wonder why, when Mitt Romney is photographed boogieboarding in California in the middle of a campaign, there's really no such retaliation at all from the conservative media. Is it that boogieboarding is considered non-elitist, whereas the windsurfing is considered very elitist? Is that the argument you think we would hear from conservatives?
I think that is the argument, yeah.
Oh, you really think so?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah. I mean, I've gone boogieboarding, but I've never been windsurfing.
Right. Just by chance, though.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, boogieboarding is certainly a bit more accessible, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was actually wondering whether the reason we weren't hearing about it is because it's much cheaper to go boogieboarding than windsurfing.
I think that's part of the narrative here.
So maybe it's actually legitimate. The other strange thing, you know, this is actually really funny. Matt Romney, who is also there boogieboarding or doing whatever it is they were doing with Mitt Romney, wrote on Twitter, "The water temperature was low 60s. I was freezing in my full-length wetsuit. Guess my dad was just happy to be out there," because Mitt Romney only wearing shorts and that's it in the picture, basically saying my dad is really manly, more manlier than I am. You should vote for the guy. But honestly, and this is a completely honest question, isn't it possible that Mitt Romney had to dress in a certain way because of that Mormon undergarment thing that goes on, and that he couldn't wear the full-length wetsuit for some reason?
I'm completely oblivious to this undergarment thing.
Do you know about the so-called magic underwear, right, Natan? Oh, Natan's mic's not even on.
No, I don't.
Here's an idea. When Natan talks, let's have his mic on.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Oh, yeah. I know. But you don't know anything about it. Okay, well, it looks like I'm the only one here who has even any remote possibility here. You know, I've never gone boogieboarding nor windsurfing, so for me it's hard to know really whether one is more elitist than the other. But you're right, the windsurfing device does seem like it is definitely more substantial than one of those cheap boogie boards.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess Romney is a man of the people. Forget about the fact that they drove to the boogieboarding with a couple of Cadillacs owned by his wife, and they were coming down the street from that mansion. I guess there is really a huge difference between Mitt Romney and John Kerry as far as their elitism and part of that upper class.
I think this is the first thing he's done to really resonate with Everyman USA.
There you go.
Yeah.